Alright, got on the play. Got some 2-drops. If I draw lands, this hand is good. If I don't draw lands, this hand is bad. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So, land off the top. Haunted thingy. Rattle Chains might be able to make it hexproof for some reason on turn 3. Might stop a Reflector Mage or something. Need a land. No doubt about it. But, you know, if you were with me last time, you know I keep 2 landers. And I make no apologies. You just go for it. He's got Advocate. He's got all his lands. Pretty much the perfect combination of lands for him. No, we're not going to jam Advocate Invocation and just go for it. Not when we might get blown out. And let's see what he's going to do. Now is the chess match. So many counter spells in my deck. Instant speed shit in his deck. Lots that could happen. And it's a Reflector Mage. Reflector Mage will target the Haunter. Rattle Chains will screw that up. So, this card is a big card in the matchup. It's one of the few times that this card is really good. At least in the way that things have been going. So, am I supposed to jam it here? Think so. And I just make him deal? And I get him for 6. Or I pass the turn, and I have a hexproof activation. But it's hard to see. Let me read this deck list. I get in for 6. If he uses a removal spell, I get in for another 6 off Invocation. Yeah, that's the play. Just aggro as hell. If he spends his turn casting a creature, there's not much to be afraid of. If he has another Reflector Mage, Invocation feels pretty safe. So let's put it to him. This is one of the few matchups where my Wyvern feels really good. Alright, Gemini, what do you got? Declaration in Stone. So that was one card I was a little worried about. Taking out the Wyvern's a big deal. And he's got mana up for a potential, what is the card? The bounce or remand thing. So we don't want to play Invocation once again. Unsubstantiate, that's the card I'm thinking of. So, if I'm not going to play that, I may as well crack this. Yep, that's what I wanted to draw. We're still ahead on the race, and he's still 2 lands away from making his Advocate good. And now we have a counter open. So, pretty much what we want. But, you know, he could still have a 2-spell turn that could be a problem. Thalia. Thalia is fine. Doesn't scare me. So now let's see if we can get a reaction out of him here. Need another land off the top to pair up Scatter with the Invocation. Didn't get it. So we got a tough one. Because here's what's up. If he plays land number 6, he comes in for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I'm not dead. So am I supposed to go for the win? Or not? I'm supposed to go for the win. I only get to cast one of these spells. None of them I can recast. Oh my goodness. But there's not a lot to lose if I go for the win. Let me read. Is there anything he can do to pump his team? I don't see it. I don't see anything to pump his team. Let's get in there. Alright, go for this. Ah, got him. Wyvern number 2, go in the distance. So I played carefully there because Unsubstantiate could buy him another turn, but I still don't think he could have made it lethal. So, yeah, we were just a turn ahead. We went first. Yay! Magic is fun. Going first is important. And, we'll see if he wants to invite me this time. Yep, he wants to invite me. So, game 2! Let's roll. Didn't actually counter anything. That's a first for this deck. Counters and spirits, spirits and counters. Just rolling, rolling, rolling. On the play or the draw, maybe the whole question mark. Let's see what it says. And I'm on the play, so give me a hand, and we're okay. Okay, I mean, you know I keep 2 landers. We'll see if I can draw out of it again. The game knows I keep 2 landers too, and they like the drama, I think. Alright, so let's lead with Selfless Spirit. Well, I guess we don't really care very much, do we? And this is better with Rattle Chains. We just don't want to get decoed in stone. I guess we'll lead with the Haunter. Drew that land. All we need is 1 more, and we pretty much got the draw we want. Although a few more flashcards would be nice. I also think that the Herald, Nibelgast Herald or whatever it is a big card here. Okay, that's a good card in the matchup, but it's not that good against my hand. But I don't have an answer to his Reflector Mage if he has that this time. And the perfect curve for it. The player, please? That was weird. Not a good time for such shenanigans, and we ripped 2 lands off the top. Just living the dream, everybody. Living the dream. Alright. And he's coming in. I don't think he has any tricks. He just wants to trade. Am I supposed to take that or not? I'm gonna block. I'm gonna block. Might be I don't know. I feel like I can block there. I don't want to get one of my Spirits Reflector Mage and get stuck with 2 in my hand and nothing to play. And I don't feel low on creatures. And I don't know. Just feel like I can block there. Maybe he feels like he has to do something like that. Here comes Thalia again. Oh, that gives him a little bit of a race edge. I think I just throw my creatures on the board. He might have a Declaration in Stone, and then he could get 2 Haunters. And that would be bad, but I still think I go for it. Puts me way up on the race. You can only Reflector Mage 1 if that's what he has. I'm pretty much... we're seeing if he drew Declaration in Stone 2 games in a row, basically. Woodland Wanderer is a good card for him. It'll help him out in the race. So I'll go down to 17, and then I'll have 8 plus 8, so I'll still be 1 ahead. And I have Wyvern. So if I go 6 and he goes to 10, on end step I can play Wyvern. Or I could do 9 right now, drop him to 7. But the scatter does that... Okay, if I drop him to 10, then the Wyvern gets him to 1. That doesn't do the job. So we're just going to slam it. Just gonna slam it. Make him deal. Make him deal. Because if he had a deco, I think he'd have played it. Make him draw it. Make him whatever. Okay, so what could he have here? Reflector Mage is fine for him. It could win him the game. Maybe I should have reconsidered. Okay, so I need like Invocation of Saint Traft off the top. Because yeah, now I have to block, which is not where I want to be. Rip. That ain't it. That ain't it. So what do we do? Get him to 3, counter his removal spell. I think that's the ticket. Have a chump block. But I could be dead. We'll see if I can pull this off. Remember, I can't play the Wyvern because of the Reflector Mage. So he's got enough mana. He's got Duskwatch, okay. And he's got Gideon. Well, that's getting quelled. And if I chump block, that should be the game. So 2 very just, you know, ships passing in the night. Not much to say. Just gotta block right. He doesn't... We interact with each other's decks weirdly is how he put it, and he's right. And basically, I got to go first twice. So, yay! Celebrate! Sorry, Gemini. Better luck next time. I'll probably see him again. Anybody who is 2-0 going into this round has really good tiebreakers. Alright, let's see if he wants to party.
Both games and they were really close. First game I had a Gideon, like, yeah.
Oh, what happened in the first game?
Hello?
Yeah, Gideon again?
I had Gideon in both games. I think I had Gideon in my opener, and had I been on a play, well, yeah, I could have played a Gideon and then swung for lethal, but you were on a play, so you had a faster clock. I think that made the big difference.
Yeah, that was what I figured going into it. It didn't seem like our decks could do too much play-wise against each other than just curve out and make our, you know, hit our plays on curve, and that's all it was who got to go first in those games. So,
yeah.
Better luck next time. The last,
yeah.
I'm sure you have good tiebreakers. Anybody who's 2-0 right now has good tiebreakers, so you'll probably make top 8 just fine.
Yeah. I'm not too concerned about that. I just care about making the top 4. Anyone can make top 8. But from my 3-color deck, though, I was surprised that I didn't have any issues with mana at all. First game, though, when you won, I had 2 lands and a Gideon. Kind of wish those cards were like spells, like Unsubstantiate or something.
Yeah, that Unsubstantiate is what I was afraid of in that game.
Yeah, I was trying to scare you, but I didn't have it. What else?
Second game you had me, but I drew that Spell Queller. Otherwise your Gideon Emblem would have killed me.
Yeah, definitely. I ripped the Reflector Mage off the top in the second game.
That's pretty clutch too. Oh man,
yeah,
that was like the worst thing that could happen.
You should watch the video back. I peeled the Reflector Mage off the top last minute. I was hoping for something to interact, and then I had the Reflector Mage. So.
Yeah, and almost had me because of it. I had to draw a counter, and just kind of got lucky and peeled it.
Yeah. So, good game.
Yeah, you too. Good luck in the next one.
Sure.
I'm gonna go read my comments on my channel now. Did you have many viewers?
I had like 5 viewers, but I didn't read the comments. Only some, I think Mortivore or someone made 2 comments. I didn't even read them. I just glanced over it.
Oh yeah, not many comments here either, but Nighthawk points out that the spell queller off the top saved me from the Gideon emblem for lethal. Yeah. Pretty scary.
Yeah.
Oh,
In
and
both games,
I
did you have
only
a lot
had
of
2
counter spells?
lands.
Because I think in the first game I was scared to play Gideon at first because you probably had a counter, but I was also afraid to play it because you can just kill it with your flyers.
Yeah, I had scatter in a few spots. It's hard to remember the exact situation. A lot of times there you just want to put Gideon out to kind of gain life. You like make a 2/2 and let me attack it just to try to change the race a little.
Yeah. I was thinking about that too.
So Nighthawk wants to know, have you even dropped a game yet? No, I have not dropped a game.
No, you're undefeated.
I am 18-2 in competitive Xbox play. 18-2.
Well, I counted up all of your iOS tournament games and your Xbox tournament games. And
my iOS games shouldn't count, dang it. Oh well.
no, I counted them anyways. The first iOS tournament that you won with the blue-green ramp deck, and the second one that you kind of wished you washed around and then you left. And the first Xbox tournament, and then this one. And your win rate is a 72.72%. It probably went up slightly because you won this game.
Yeah, woot. Going for it. We gotta have those stats like on Grand Prix coverage.
Yeah. You're the highest ranked person in terms of win losses. The second person is Danarkad with a 66.67% win rate.
I don't think I've ever played him. Is he in this one?
No, but he's really good.
Okay.
He's won every tournament he played in. He won one of my double eliminations, I think.
Okay.
And he won... One sec.
Yeah, Mortivore, you did luck out. I'm just reading the comments. I was on the road and I didn't feel like trying to figure out how to have a match, so I dropped. I have serious issues concentrating in the iOS tournaments. I notice it's all about my mood. Like, I got swept 3-0 by, like, DJ once when I was barely paying attention to what I was doing. I have a lot of trouble playing on iOS and keeping my head in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something, but I don't want you to repeat it, so I'm gonna cut my audio.
It's broadcasting, so I'm gonna turn mine off too, okay? There wasn't a Pro Tour in 1992. There was no such thing. There wasn't Magic the Gathering in 1992. $1996? Okay. If it was, I was at that too. That was Pro Tour 1. New York 1996, February.